Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who has played Advanced Wars for even a short amount of time will know just how broken of a CO Hachi is. Whether you played around with him on Advanced Wars by Web, or whether you were able to unlock him on your cartridge and you used him to destroy your unsuspecting friends back in the day. I mean, we've all done that, right? Everyone knows how broken Hachi is. It's not his day-to-day or his normal power that makes him scary. I mean, they're good powers, and don't get me wrong, cheaper day-to-day units without paying any penalty, and the ability to reduce deployment cost by 50% for a turn is pretty good. He would definitely be like a tier 1 CO, I think, with these kind of powers. But what makes him so disgustingly broken is his superpower, Merchant Union. This is what makes Hachi Hachi, in my opinion. The ability to turn every single city on the map into a ground base. And on top of that, add the 50% deployment reduction that you get from barter. It lets him just skyrocket his unit count to such a ludicrous degree. He goes from like having 20 units to 40 units in a single turn. And there's absolutely nothing your opponent can do to stop it. It is just such a broken power. It also has some hidden benefits to it that are not readily apparent to most players. It makes the enemy generate 50% less power charge from killing his units while it is active. Not many people know that this is the case, and this is a mechanic that's been ported over to Advanced Wars by Web. You don't tend to notice it much when you're fighting Hachi, mostly because you're so taken aback by how disgusting he is. But it is one of those things that it kind of adds up over the course of a match. You'll just get slightly less power than you're used to if you're playing Hachi. So, yeah, Hachi's really broken. But what if I told you there's a CO that's equally broken? And that is Olaf. But not just regular Olaf. This is what we call permafrosts, or perma-snow Olaf. It is simply a game where you pick Olaf and you set snow to on. When you do this, Olaf goes from a pretty strong CO, I mean he's tier 2, to easily a broken tier 0 CO. Because what this does is just gives Olaf a massive movement boost over his opponent. A day-to-day movement boost because his opponent is effectively halved in terms of their movement. It is so disgusting. It means that Olaf will have more funds because he'll capture more, he'll be able to take contested properties, he'll be able to utilize indirects. There's just so many things Permafrost Olaf can do. But the question is he more broken than the most broken CO in the game, Hachi? That is what we'll be figuring out in today's video. Before you watch this, leave your predictions in the comments below. Go below and tell me who you think will win this matchup based on how broken they are. And let's see if you get it right. Like, once you finish watching the video, leave a reply to your comment and see if you were right or not. I'm curious to see how many of you will get it right, because I think it's going to surprise you, actually. So, obviously, we do need to take a look at the map. This map is known as kind of the most global league map of all Global League. It is Hope Forlorn. Created by the one and only Voice of Akasha. It is considered maybe one of the most iconic maps of all time. I think it is in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, it is in the Hall of Fame. It is a map that a lot of people are very tired of, but it is a good map to test stuff like this because it's kind of like the most standard map of all time. It's a very good map to like test general theories in. So that's why we've chosen this map. The players are very skilled. We got Kill Me First, who's going to be playing as Olaf. I recently hosted a game with him, playing against Rip. He's a very skilled player. And he's going up against another fan favorite in Poland. You guys know Poland. Won one of the Grandmaster tournaments. He's one of the best live players in the world. Has an eternal rivalry with Starflash that is amazing to see. And they're going to be playing this game right here to show us which of these COs are more broken. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I say we get into it. Let's start. Kill Me First is in the blue trunks up here. Poland is in the red trunks down here. Who is more broken? Time will tell. So already we can see that the first turn, because of these shoals right here, shoals are not affected by snow. They're basically roads that Cole doesn't get bonuses on. So because of these shoals right here, Poland's capture of this base will at least not be delayed. So he will get his bases as quickly as Kill Me First, which is good. There are also a lot of roads on this map, actually. There is a road that goes from here all the way up to the HQ. So, if Poland is smart, which of course we know he is, he will utilize these roads to great effect to try and not get screwed over in the capture phase. But there are some, like this missile silo also is basically a road. But these planes, of course, will have a movement cost of 2 for all infantry units. So no matter what Poland does, his capture game is going to be severely reduced. Now, there are, of course, a number of things he can do. Like Kill Me First did right here. He built an APC. Poland might want to consider doing this as well, just because he's going to be so screwed in the capture phase. And I really like this Transport First by Kill Me First, because he knows that he can go for the contested properties, and Poland will not really be able to do anything to stop him. Like, really, his movement is going to be so low that Kill Me First can pretty much just transport infantry to the central cities and just take them, and Poland really won't be able to do anything. So pay attention to their income. Now, sadly, this is a bit of an older game. This actually finished a little while ago, so my add-on here doesn't work. It shows 0 cities. I don't really know why, but you can still see the income here. But 33 cities is the capture limit. I think they're using Global League rules exactly, so you can even see they have Global League timers. So it's not a live game. They were able to play this over several weeks, I believe. Although, I do think both of these players play pretty fast. Kill Me First going Recon, and I like to see this. Poland going APC first. This is very good. He needs to try and... I maybe would have liked it better here, though, if I'm going to be completely honest, because here you got roads, so your infantry should be able to just move where they want here. I'm not really sure if this will help, but we'll see what happens. But it will allow Poland to get a couple cities they otherwise would not get. But of course, Kill Me First can punish that with a recon right now, so Poland do needs to be careful. He builds a tank here, but look at the movement of this thing. So let's see what happens. Kill Me First moves out with the APC, and again, he's going to go for these contested properties, builds another tank in his northern base. So in case you don't know, Hopeful Lauren has one of those maps with a strong side, weak side dynamic, where this is the strong side, this is the weak side for Poland. This is the strong side for Kill Me First and weak side for Kill Me First, because it's one base versus two base with mountains cutting them off. So you need to be very careful, because you cannot easily reinforce. You can't really easily front switch on a Hopeful Lauren. It kind of you can front switch, but you have to do it like around here, which is difficult to do with this forest and all. So and if your opponent has a lot of forces here, then you literally cannot front switch. So you need to have a little bit of foresight and see where your opponent is pressuring you. If your opponent is attacking down here, or if your opponent is attacking in the center, you need to kind of read your opponent's intentions and try to understand where is it that he will be applying pressure. Normally, you can tell if he builds like an artillery, for example, that's an indication that he's going to try and lock down the city, for example. Now, if there's one thing that Poland definitely does not want to do in this matchup, I think it's building a lot of indirects, because, again, with the reduced mobility, I think it's going to be very hard for him to protect them. Poland, or Kill Me First on the other hand, can definitely justify building a lot of indirects, because Poland is going to be permanently slowed, and Hachi does not have any movement boosts, so he will have a hard time breaking through Kill Me First's units. But of course, I think Kill Me First is more interested in just spamming tanks for the time being, just utilizing the insane mobility. I mean, just look at this. Of course, the roads still allow the vehicles to move somewhat easily, and I like that Poland used the APC to boost the infantry into the mountain here, because this is actually very interesting. He actually has to do this. Infantry cannot move in mountains in the snow. They're actually incapable. So Poland actually has to use the APC to get the infantry into the mountain, and then he needs to destroy the infantry to create air units, which is hilarious. In fact, none of these mountains can be traversed by the infantry at all, which is actually devastating. This is not something I thought about at the start of the match, but I can see now just how devastating it is. In fact, it might make Hope Forlorn a very bad map for this matchup, because Hope Forlorn has a lot of mountains in it. You can see Kill Me First right here. He's got an income of 19k to Poland's 12k right now. So this is already getting pretty intense, as you can see. This is already getting pretty intense, as you can see. So Kill Me First goes for the interrupt right now. He has 2 tanks in the center, a third one coming in. Oh my god, he's building so many tanks. Is he going to build an artillery? No, artillery. He doesn't want to build artillery. It's interesting. I wonder why not. Day 9 rolls in. Poland's 12k income to Kill Me First 19k. Doesn't matter if you're an eco CO. Oh wow, he actually goes for the kill here. He really wants to delay the capture here, which can be smart. And again, look how difficult... It's so difficult for him to reinforce here. It's kind of funny. So then day 10 rolls in. Of course, the only thing Kill Me First is going to accomplish with his powers now, he will never pop his Blizzard. His powers will only deal 2 HP of global damage, which is still pretty strong against Hachi, honestly, because he's going to have a high unit count. Kill Me First rolls in here, attacks. Doesn't quite succeed in killing the tank. Of course, against Hachi, you want to be a little bit careful taking super early engagements, because you power up his CO power very quickly. And one thing that you actually can do against Hachi is you can stall him out, where you don't actually attack him, because I mean, obviously you don't want to let him build up an income. But yeah, look at that, deleting the infantry. You can kind of stall Hachi out, but if you got to be very careful though. I mean, it doesn't always work. But I have seen some people try to beat Hachi by not taking engagements against him, not giving him that power charge, and then trying to like overpower him before his merchant unit can get out of control. But I mean, at the end of the day, playing against Hachi is just very difficult. There is really no counter to Hachi. Well, maybe except for Snow. We'll find out. So in comes the tank. And again, you see, like, look at the limited range right here. It is disgusting. Mech from Poland. Interesting. The Desperation Mech. And Kill Me First now has 25,000 income to Poland's 16,000. So a 9k income advantage. That is pretty significant. So Kill Me First builds some more tanks. He's using his APC to boost around. He doesn't want to run into Poland's tanks right now because he knows that if he takes a bunch of engagements here, boom, merchant unit's going to hit. So he's playing a little bit more cautiously. In fact, Kill Me First definitely wants to stall out Poland right now because, again, he has a 9k income advantage over him. He doesn't really want to give him a merchant union. Like, he is okay with just hanging back, letting Poland come to him, and just enjoying his income lead. Poland now tries to capture the central city. And no battlecopters coming out of Poland yet. He just doesn't have the economy for it. But now, he's actually saving up some money. He has 7k in the bank. So I think Poland right now, he's doing something that every good Hachi player has to do. I know, every good Hachi player. I know I'm saying that with quotations. The trick to exploiting Hachi. Oh boy, look, my arm is covering the airport again. Oh no, I'm going to get a million comments. Mace, stop covering the airport. No. One thing that a lot of good Hachi players will do is they'll start banking up money when they sense that their power is incoming. And of course, the more money you can bank up as Hachi, the more you get out of Merchant Union. In fact, you even want to combine units together to get more money from Merchant Union because you can get them at 50% discount. So, joining units together is actually like super strong. So right here, normally this would be a very risky move, but forests or plain, it's so really annoying, you know, like having that having to pay 2 movement costs per, it basically turns the whole, a great way to view Olaf's snow, or just snow in general, is it turns the whole map basically into forest tiles for the purposes of movement. You don't get the defense, it's just every plain tile becomes a forest tile, which is very annoying. And here you can see a thing about Hopeful Learn again. You can kind of split your enemy in two. If you can control this area right here, you can split your enemy in two, and it's very hard for them to do anything about it. Alright, day 12 rolls in. Poland is very close to getting his Merchant Union, and he has 23k banked, so he's probably not going to build much this turn either, because he knows, oh, is he going to try to get... I don't think he's going to get Merchant Union this turn. I don't think he's going to get it this turn, but he's very close to getting it. And yeah, I think, look at what he's building right now, just infantry. So he's banking up 20k. He knows he's going to get Merchant Union next turn, but only 16k income though. So it's going to be 36k, which is still good. So Kill Me First is like, yeah, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to go in. I know you're going to get Merchant Union no matter what, so I might as well do as much damage to you as possible, and that is what he's doing. He's going in. But look at the income advantage right now. 10k over Poland. That is so crazy, man. Pulls back his units. And now Merchant Union is here. Poland has 36k in the bank. Is he going to combine some units together? No. He certainly... Oh, yeah, there you go. Boom. Up to 42k. This is very good. This is what you want to do. And boom, Merchant Union is now active, ladies and gentlemen. 42k in the bank. Take a look at his value right now. 41k to 180k. Neotank in the city right away. Of course, he wish he had these two cities as well. Anti-air, tank. Let's go. What else is he going to build? Now he's got 19k left. Another tank. Another tank. He wants to utilize every single one of those cities. And he does. Oh, no. He fails to get the last one. Ah! Can happen to anyone. But boom, his unit count goes up to 32, which actually only puts him even with Olaf. But, ladies and gentlemen, Kill Me First is about to pop off a Winter Fury. And if you know anything about global damage, it gets more effective the more units you have on the map. And boom, that is nasty. Ooh, so many 8s. 8s everywhere. And Kill Me First now is 28k to Poland 16k. That is crazy. Ah, this truly feels like a Christmas theme now, doesn't it? It's Christmas time! La 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 la. This is a very fitting song. Day 14 rolls in. Poland is waking up to discover that he's gotten coal in his socks from Santa Claus. And he's very angry about it. But Olaf is like, you've been a very naughty boy, Hachi. Now, a little bit of a... I know I'm getting a little sidetracked here, but I always wanted a prequel to Advanced Wars 1 that shows... because Olaf used to be the commander of Orange Star, right? And it said that Hachi was the commander of Orange Star. So you have to ask yourself, what's the relationship between Olaf and Hachi? Was Hachi the commander before Olaf, or did he supplant Olaf to become the new commander after Olaf left to join Blue Moon? Because Nell eventually takes over, right? So what happened there, right? Like, is Olaf... Maybe Hachi's Olaf's superior, and then maybe Olaf was the one who took over for Hachi, and then Nell came and supplanted him, which is why he's so bitter. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of cool potential there. I always wanted, like, a prequel to Advanced Wars 1 to figure out, like, what's the relationship with these DCCOs. We're never going to get it, of course, but it would be cool. Anyway, back to the game. Sorry, just had to rant a little bit there. So, let's see how the value equalizes at the end of the turn. I think this one's going to be tough. Yeah, look at that. 119k to 87k. And their unit count is not similar. But Kill Me First now has an income advantage of 12k. Oh, that's going to be hard for Poland to overcome, even with his powers. He's going to get another Merchant Union relatively quickly, because it's just such a cheap power. But day 15 rolls in. Look at that. Anti-air can't even reach the battlecopter. Yeah, Poland, I don't think this is not looking too good for you. I mean, he does have the Neo tank, which is nice. But his economy just isn't that strong. I mean, just because Olaf dominated so much in the capture phase, Hachi just isn't allowed to stockpile as much money as he needs to be broken. He's still fighting a good fight, considering he's up against Permafrost Olaf, which is disgusting. But all Olaf really needs to do in this situation is just sit back and chill. Just let that income build up. Outspend Hachi. Like, literally, when your income is that much higher, it doesn't really matter that your opponent is broken. And he's also doing a good job, I think, of separating. Like, you can see Kill Me First has most of his army here, but Poland is split up into two forces here. Kill Me First, of course, does have units here as well. But it's just hard to... it's hard for Poland to really... He can't really reinforce. Kill Me First can absolutely swap between these two areas, but Poland cannot. So day 17 rolls in right now. Kill Me First has so much money stockpiled up right now. In comes the battlecopter. Ooh, using the 1 HP tank to kill. You gotta love it. He does not want to let Poland get the city. He knows that every city Hachi gets makes him exponentially stronger. So he's just sacking units to interrupt caps, which is such a smart thing to do in this situation. He knows he can throw units away, and now he's actually dominating Poland on this front right here. And now he's threatening to capture the Com Tower. Yeah, that is just disgusting. And of course, Poland has 31k banked up. Takes a couple kills. Which, you know, he can do. 3 battlecopters go down. And then he pops Merchant Union. Which, I mean, that's good. That was a good pickup from Poland right there. But he needs to clear out this city right here so he can build something. So he builds an anti-air here. Fighter. That's most of his money gone, though, isn't it? And he still has 17k left. Neo tank. Ooh. Anti-air. Infantry. You can build 2 more infantry. There we go. He missed 2 cities, though. And then he just resigns. Yeah, then he just resigns. So, not really much to be done there at all. So, yeah. Good fight, though. Good fight. But I think we can safely conclude that Permafrost Olaf is probably the strongest CO in the game. I think Perma-Rain Drake, I mean, obviously you can't match them up against each other because you can only have one weather. I think Perma-Rain Drake is definitely a lot less scary. Maybe that would be a bit more of a fair matchup, like Perma-Rain Drake. But yeah, man. Permafrost Olaf is scary, man. Not even Hachi can stand up to him. Maybe on a different map. Maybe if it was a bigger map with more properties. But I think this is mostly going to be the story every time. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a broken CO when your opponent has almost twice your income, right? Like, it doesn't matter. So I don't really know if there was anything different Poland could have done here. But yeah, let me know if you got it correctly. Do a little reply to your own comment see if you got it correct. And I'll heart you if you were correct, and I'll make fun of you if you weren't. I'm going now. Bye.